Oh, hi there. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of My Hero Twisting World. Today, well, you could call it the Inferno, because there's an emergency. A big one at that. Our heroes, something along those lines, have recently come across a very big problem. One of their members, known as Firefighter, has gotten into a bit of a scuffle with another fire quirk user.
You know, all they're doing is causing problems for everyone else besides them when two fire users fight.
Most likely, yes. So,
Because they ain't doing damage to each other, only their surroundings.
hey, it's better than anything else they could do. Actually, no, it's probably the worst thing they could do, but whatever. So,
They'd better just throwing hands with each other.
probably.
Just like fireball, that does nothing. Fireball again does nothing.
How are you going to kill a man with fire who is already on fire? You can't. The best part is, if this guy looks at Jason,
Unless you're like Natsu.
well, yeah, but like Natsu has like weird rules applied to him. If he's like if he looks at Jason and says, "I'm going to set you on fire," he already did it. Like, he's already achieved his goal. Jason is now on fire. So
It's like, I'm going to set you on fire. Sets him on fire? Well, that was fast.
did I do that?
Did I just get a quirk awakening, he thinks?
Set people on fire by saying I'm going to set them on fire. That's a stupid fucking quirk. So, you guys fly down the highway, getting to the chop shop. Oh, the chop shop.
How long does it take us to get to the chop shop?
Literally like 5 minutes.
I'm gonna message Mr. Hawk that there's an incident at the chop shop. He should probably be made aware.
Incident? Question mark?
I think Jason might be fighting someone. The fire user that caused the accident we're investigating.
He's
probably fine considering him, but the surroundings are not.
Certainly, especially with Jason.
Do you have your phone on speaker?
Obviously.
Okay. What's UA's policy on structural fire damage not caused by students?
Well, you hear him getting into his car. Hold on, I think the budget's still pretty good right now.
Okay, if anything, we'll just say that it was mainly the fire user and not our fucking student. Because let's just hope that, it's not him. Oh god, please hope that he fucking actually realizes flames aren't doing anything.
How stupid is Jason? Well, I can say this. We should get there quickly.
God damn it, Jason. Jason, for fuck's sakes!
So
We're gonna get there and Jason's gonna be throwing fireballs at this dude. He's just standing there with flame all around him, just not doing anything but.
Meanwhile, he's blasting Jason with heat.
Literal heat rays, just nothing.
Meanwhile, Jason's like,
laser! Does nothing. Fuck!
So, okay. You guys pull into this pretty quickly. So, you can see it.
Are there already EMS here?
Yes.
Okay.
By the time you get there, yes. But you guys can, see it already. in the distance, you can see the massive plume of smoke. Like, it is a very large plume of smoke. And David here in the back seat says, anyone got any fire-resistant clothing?
Well,
Pretty sure
I mean, it can't reach me.
Yeah, it can't reach him, but I'm pretty sure all of our clothes at least have slight fire, like, resistance.
Let's hope these are made hefty.
If not, then I need to fucking have a goddamn complaint with the goddamn UA costume department.
We need to get one of those costumes that... whatever. Okay, so this chop shop, right? It's a massive, like, hangar building. It is a huge hangar-style building, the one you keep, like, airplanes in. At the bottom of a large hill next to a... oh, no.
Hey,
Yes.
Adam,
What?
the Journeyers can fly, can it?
Yeah?
Can you get us an aerial view?
I mean, I could try.
If you
So
want to
what-
make me a perception roll to find out more as I'm describing this, go ahead.
I'll give you the help action.
Normal held action. Did you say perception or investigation? Perception. 17.
17. Yeah. 17, you say? Yeah, okay. It's about...
Make sure. Let's just make sure Jason isn't dead.
It's about to be bad. This chop shop is at the bottom of a large hill. You can see like the scrapyard basically behind it, right? It's a massive silo building, smoke spewing out of the center of it. There's a large hole in the center of the building, like a very large melted hole. And just, it is fucking escaping through that, and there's so much of it. The building is slowly buckling, you can see that, and unfortunately the building is surrounded by forest.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
we gotta control this fire.
And you're in California.
Yeah, no, that's pretty fucking bad.
Okay,
Okay.
let's see. We have, so it's me, Adam, David, the kid with, well, I say kid, he can be a kid.
The fucking change. Age
Yeah,
changer.
it's, in Kiro, right? This one?
Kiddo. Yes.
Kiro. I believe...
Thing.
Thing. Yeah, and is that it? Is that everyone?
Yeah. Mr. Hawk is coming to the scene, but he's not here. Man, it would be real great if he was.
Yeah, the ice user to control the fire would be great. We just gotta control it enough till he gets here. That's the goal. We just have to assist the. I'm assuming there's actual firefighters here.
Well, yes, actually. So that's
Okay.
another thing you see through this like
And
very
the firefighter.
through this very heavy smoke. You can see that there is actually 2 fire trucks, 4 police cars, and 2 paramedic vehicles that have pulled outside the scene, and they're just, doing their job. They're quickly going in and out, getting people out of there. It seems like all the civilians are out, but you can see explosions coming from the inside.
God fucking damn it.
You pull
Okay,
up.
so that-
All right. I'm gonna make you guys a map. I have the map. I have the actual map in my hand, so I'm gonna make you guys an actual map because this shit is about to get wild. Who's ready to make some con saves? Oh god! Oh my god, guys! Oh my god! You wouldn't believe what's happening right now. The Tylenol I took kicked in.
Hey, question.
Yeah.
Because of how my quirk works, do I even have to attempt? Because I'm
Well,
assuming this is versus smoke inhalation.
I mean, if you would like to, you can. But just remember,
Obviously,
if
yeah,
you,
obviously I don't. Obviously, I'm going to attempt to. I was just asking if that even applied in this situation.
just remember if you
My
decide,
quirk's very weird.
if you decide to do one of those and you don't pass and combat starts, you will be starting combat on your first round.
Less, yeah.
Okay.
I have a mask on, so does that give me advantage?
Okay. I'll give you a +1. I don't give advantage easily.
I mean, I genuinely have a actual fucking mask on, so.
Smoke inhalation is much more than just smoke getting into your lungs. Trust me, I've been in a burning building before.
Well, stop burning down your buildings.
It was not mine.
Well, stop setting other people's buildings on fire.
You think I'm just an arson?
Honestly, Shin, I genuinely think that anything that is criminal, you are capable of doing.
Human trafficking?
Probably. Honestly, pretty easily for you.
What?
Okay. I'm kind of running through the scenarios here. I feel like David's honestly the one who's the best here because he doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah, he don't need to breathe.
So he doesn't even need to make the save. So he's actually kind of chilling. So he's actually going to be pretty important here.
Well, unfortunately, he still does need to make the saving throw, but not to take damage.
Oh.
I'm guessing it's like obscuring his vision and shit as well.
It's for the blinded status effect.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not horrible. Okay.
I could possibly chill back and take shots with like a fucking sniper I can make. This way I don't have to get too close to the actual fire.
Yeah, the problem is seeing through the smoke.
Yeah. Well, if I crouch, if I go prone onto the ground, I can look for legs because smoke rises and it's bellowing out through a fucking hole already, so it shouldn't be like filling that room too heavily.
Oops, a little bit too big. Hey, Kage. Hello, Kage.
Kage, bite his nose.
Ugh.
Do it. Do it. Bite him.
He bites me quite often.
Good.
He's a very much biter kitty.
I hope he nibbles your toe.
Boom, that's the building. The gray part in the front is the parking lot. Well, is where the road is. You guys, so I'm gonna put like the hole down now because it's a very large hole in like the roof. So the black will represent holes in the building. There's a very large hole in the roof right here, right?
Right.
However, on ground level, let's bring that down to ground level, there are also some holes. With your drone, you're able to see there is a large hole right here.
Okay.
Another one right here. And a final one just in this corner, although that seems like a much larger explosion. These holes are
Probably
not
the
like
entry. Is
holes.
that one like the entry point or what was to be the exit point? Like, which way is the Bree going?
Hold on. Let me actually, speaking of entry and exit points, let me get those down for you. So as far as like where everything is going and everything, and like where the smoke is coming out of each of these entrances. There's a lot of it. The entire building is engulfed in flames on the inside. It's just the outside is made out of things that are not traditionally flammable. So it's kind of contained in this matchbox almost.
Yep, but if it gets out and hits that forest, well...
Well...
If the fire stops being contained.
That would be really bad, yeah. There's a door here. This is a pretty large chop shop, so there are large doors down through this place. You guys know my rulings. Red is the door.
Yep.
And there are actually windows as well. There are windows. Specifically, there are...
How many stories high is this building?
How tall is it?
Yeah.
3.
Okay. Are the holes all on ground level?
Yes, all of these are. There's only one hole that isn't, and it's the large hole in the ceiling.
Hey, where is Sarah?
Sarah?
Yeah, where did Sarah go?
I believe he stayed at the police station. No, he actually came with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering, I'm like, wait a minute. I know Sarah was there looking over, I think he was looking over documents, if I remember correctly.
He was looking over, like, driver's licenses and stuff.
Yeah, he was consolidating a bunch of info, because David and Jason went to the chop shop. Krista, Carson went to the family. Where's Ghost?
Ghost, you have no idea.
Okay.
No, maybe
Okay. Where's his body?
at the police station.
Okay.
Keep in mind, these are not like very long windows. These are like long rows of windows. And as far as the inside goes, there is one more door. Keep in mind, these holes are actually pretty much entirely collapsed. Like, there is just a bunch of burning rubble in them, so it'd be very hard to get through them.
The holes.
Yes. The only one you can really reliably get through is the one in the ceiling. And as far as the inside, I have to like keep looking back and forth, whatever. My neck is hurting from doing this. As far as the inside, what you see through the little holes here, so boom, a boom. So there are 2 rooms. I'm just literally going to do this room by room because you guys see a lot because you have a drone. So there are 2 rooms here. The first one is like a little room where everyone seems to put all like their boots and everything. It is like a small mud room. That being this one. This one is like a small office room right here. It is entirely filled with now broken office equipment.
I would expect it all to be broken, yeah.
And mostly
Honestly,
just,
anything not broken is what we should be concerned about.
mostly just like wooden chips and chairs at this point. Some of them outside. Keep in mind the windows to this place are just broken now. It's more like office room. On the other side, go. The room you see right here has two exits. I just want to make sure you guys like. The reason I'm doing this real slow and methodical is because I want to make sure you guys know exactly what you're looking at. Because it's very easy to die in a burning building.
This is a chop shop, so I'm assuming, like, while this building is, like, 3 stories, I'm assuming it doesn't have, like, 3 fucking levels of, like, actual width. Probably, like, ground floors where the offices and shit are, and then, like, the back area is just all where cars can take care of, right?
Well, the cars can be brought inside because they do have these large doors here.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But most of the building probably isn't dedicated to it. It's clearly, it has, like, a separate
Okay.
kitty cat assaulting me. You know what? Sorry, I stuck a piece of tape to my cat's. He was trying to grab the tape.
Ginger's bullying cats.
I don't bully him. He's fine. So this room right here is like a big canteen. It's basically like a meeting room / like eating room. It has a huge table. Big table. The next room you guys see beside of it. It's actually this is also very okay, so you guys have a phobia? Do you guys have a phobia?
No.
Nope.
Really? You see, where I live, buildings burn down all the time.
Well, maybe if you start lighting them on fire.
Do you think I'm just...
You
Probably-
already asked this, and I already gave that answer.
The closest I've seen a building burned down was well, like I've been in a building burned down. Was my Taekwondo school. It was right next to a building that like a warehouse that burned down.
So,
Would have
time to...
sucked if it had burned down.
I'm gonna tell you guys a story now because I've already told these guys this story because they lived through it. But let me tell you guys the story about my grandmother's she shed. As we were playing D&D, right? We had just gotten there. Gotten into call. You know, I got into call. Was in session for a little bit. And I was like, guys, I hear something happening outside. And keep in mind, it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Let me go check it out. And I mute myself and start charging my phone. And I think at first what I see over the hill is my grandmother's house on fire. Turns out it was actually her she shed that was on fire. So I run up the hill. Fire department. I see fire department's coming, but they're not there yet. I see my uncle grabbing shit and pulling it out of there. So I go in, I start grabbing fucking Christmas ornaments and pulling them out of there. It is awful. It's the worst idea I've ever had in my entire life. And
Santa would be proud.
I'm sure. We go in there and
Made a nice place.
it's like, it's awful. Like, you can't breathe. It's hard to see anything, even though you know the air is mostly clear. And the whole situation takes like 6 hours to resolve. And I come back in the middle of the night. And Cole is the only one still sitting in call.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see. I wonder how long it would take because you never left call. So I was like, I'm gonna wait here and see how long it takes for him to come back.
And I'm just like, oh, sorry I missed session, guys.
This was before I started playing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, this was early Bleach.
Oh yeah, then yeah, I wasn't there for that. But you did tell me this story, because I was complaining. I was like, man, these motherfuckers are never in call, and I was like, you never missed call, saying this to Shin, and then he goes, oh no, I missed it once, and then told me this entire fucking story. I'm like, why the fuck were you grabbing the ornaments? You should have just let it go.
It was kind of fucked. But speaking of fucked things, yeah, so there are some things in this room I just revealed to you guys. The first one being a whole bunch of valuable stuff. There are like crates upon crates upon crates upon crates of little pieces and like car parts. This is like a little storage room they have here. It looks like this place gets filled with usable stuff and all these crates get shipped out to a different location. And that's kind of what you can see from the drone itself. The rest of the place is kind of a mystery to you, but you see some problematic characters.
You say characters?
Characters, yes, more than one of them. Specifically, you see a few of those things.
Orphans?
Children?
Orphans? You see orphans.
Specifically, I don't know how you know that, but all right.
Seraphim can sense the poor.
Yes, and they can't do anything about it. What are they gonna do? Tell their parents?
Like,
Okay, that was rough. That was a rough one there, Shin.
it's like,
That was out of line.
Sir, there seems to be some orphans. Got it. Cox fucking 50 cal. It's like, whoa!
Shin's out of line.
But he's
He's right.
Okay, so you see some people. So using your drone, you were able to see first one, boom. They're civilians.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
It's just turned into a rescue operation.
Well, they got a giant hole next to the side. All we need
That
to do
is on fire.
No, there's smoke billowing out on it.
I'll get to the fire in a second. I'll start placing the fire in a second. Civilians. Oh no. So yes, this generic white guy number one is the civilians.
Generic white boy.
Generic white boy. So those are the ones you guys can see. As far as the law enforcement goes, they will be represented by... Ow. There we go. They will be represented by these guys. So who knows how firefighters work? Time to find out. If there's 2 fire trucks here, how many firefighters will be here?
2 trucks, you said?
Yep.
Well,
I'll give you a 500 EXP.
Is one on standby, or are they both pumping water?
They are currently both pumping water, thanks to the size of the building.
Okay. Because I know sometimes they rotate. That way they can have the continuous stream, because they do have a limited supply.
Fortunately, the building's a bit too big for that.
These are full on fire engines, right?
Yes.
I think they have. Is it? It can go from like 8 to 10.
Well, no.
Depending-
So one fire engine can typically house between 3 to 5 firemen, and given the fact that we're in California, it would more than likely be 5. So it would probably be 5 in one truck, 5 in the other, so 10 in total.
Yeah.
It is 4 in California. There is 4 on average. So, let's go over this then.
So there's 8 in total.
8 in total. You ready to watch them die?
I mean, they should probably not do that.
So, let's go over some things real quick. First of all, let's put the main threat down, shall we? The thing I know you guys have been waiting for. Fire.
Villain.
Fire, not villain. You don't even see where the villain is.
I see.
Orange would represent areas of large flame.
I see a corpse.
Indeed. The darker blue will represent areas that are blocked off by large quantities of rubble. There we go. And I think that's this right now. You guys can also see into there, so you would know that this door is blocked. So that's what you come to. You guys see that in the distance, and well, the thing here says, "Ooh, that's bad."
Yeah.
If that fire gets out,
We're gonna have a whole other problem on our hands.
that could even get to the school.
What's going on here?
You can't see down there.
Why not?
Because, first of all, the fire. Second of all, there's walls.
True. I mean, there is a giant. If he went above, could he see through the large hole in the ceiling at all?
No, there's far too much smoke. As far as like what these guys are doing, these guys are trying to pry open this door, while these guys and these guys are trying to pull open the large, like, retractable doors. They're just trying to.
Are these police or firemen?
These are firemen. The police are over here off map.
What's this? Blue stuff?
Rubble.
Rubble.
Okay.
Blue represents rubble.
So we need to tell these guys to not fucking worry about there. Instead, go over towards here.
That's also rubbled.
Yeah, but that's less problem.
And then I think we can add you guys in now. All right, Cole,
Yes.
you will be this one.
Says that, doesn't put anything down.
Oh, hold on, I have to cut recording here. All right, so let's go over the entire map here. You got the civilians, you got the workers, you got you guys. So as far as like where the fire trucks are, they are off map currently.
Well, no, they can actually be pretty far away.
Yes, they
You ever
can.
see how far a fire truck can spray water?
So the
It's not a short distance.
first one is right over here. Second one's actually kind of behind you guys, is right up here. You guys see this way before you get there, and you pull on to the scene, right? Quickly swerving on in your nice car. You see what happens with Thing. Thing buttons up. She begins to like wiggle her secondary torso in the center of her larger torso, and then sinks into it. She sinks into her true body. Doing this causes her true body to spontaneously grow arms in the same way that Madara regenerated from Night Guy. It just happens quite quickly. Once again, it's a xenomorph style-esque body, a large head with no eyes, but it's more meaty. I would describe it like a meatier xenomorph. Not like meaty as in like more muscular. More meaty as in more like fleshy and round. As the creature makes no noise. However, the voice inside the creature's chest says, "The place is coming down quite quickly. Give me a direction and I'll try and lead the way the best I can."
Yeah, there's a central opening you can fit, because I know her xenomorph body's like a large creature, isn't it?
Yes, it is a large creature.
So most normal doors she's not going to open. So that large opening is going to be her best bet. It's not on fire, so...
Sarah here says, "Oh god. Guys,
Yeah.
this is about to be our first bit of real hero work."
Then let's do it right.
Yep.
The burning door.
I'm gonna pull out my phone real quick, and I'm going to send Sarah the entire layout that we got from my drone
Okay.
to his phone, and I'm going to tell him to tell these fucking firefighters about the people who are trapped there, and then we're gonna try and get them out quickly.
Are they struggling to open this door?
Indeed they are. Indeed they are.
Is it, are they trying... Okay, question. Are they trying to break the door down, like they're trying to damage it?
No, they're trying to pry it open.
Okay.
These guys down here are also trying to like pry the shutters up. Because obviously there's a big room over here that they're gonna want to try and get to. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Thing is gonna do this then. Thing is going to take some steps. First, I need everyone to roll me an initiative.
Okay.
Why don't you roll this stitch?
Initiative.
D20. Rush. Dex. 1. I didn't work? No, I didn't.
Oof. Okay. 11.
Where the fuck are you
Yipers!
getting 8?
I have an alert.
Oh, you bastard. I don't have alert yet.
But it doesn't matter. You rolled a 19.
Alrighty then.
On initiative, yeah, that's fine actually. I can deal with a low initiative.
It doesn't technically matter right now.
Not in this scenario. Not until actual combat starts. If the guy is still here, we have no idea where Jason is.
Jason might just be in there. I mean, you know he's fucking fine.
He's not gonna die from fire or smoke inhalation. Well, actually,
No, he is immune
See-
to that.
okay. I didn't know if he took that. He took immunity to that.
He's double immune to it.
he heals from smoke.
He literally does. He could breathe it in. He's thought about getting permission to like carry around a pack of cigarettes with him. They'd never give it to him.
No. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna go down the list, starting with the initiative. We're gonna do Adam first. So Adam, thing moves off to the right, and she says,
what is the initiative right now?
"I will not reveal, but I'll just tell you that I would just go over it in order of like who appears in the initiative, but I won't reveal it until like everything happens, like the initiative matters. But I will say, it currently goes for you guys. It goes Thing, Adam, Sarah, Yuko.
Each square is 5 feet, right?
Each square.
Oh, where's the rest of this? Like, where's David?
David is right here.
Okay, where is he?
That is David.
No, I meant in the initiative. So I'm just getting us like.
Oh,
order,
he's
down.
last. He goes right after you.
Okay. And then Kiro. Where is Kiro?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that motherfucker. Mostly because he's like completely useless here.
He's an extra set of hands.
I guess that is true. That is true. Hold on. Honestly, there's not a lot because his quirk is like specialized in like maneuvering and like actually getting around.
Well, we might need that, depending on how quickly this fire spreads to get these people out.
I mean, yeah, he can become a small creature, so it's like okay, but how he uses his quirk is he quickly like increases and decreases his age, and that really helps him in combat. But otherwise, it not worked it well. Where is a good one for him? Here we go. Mirror has initiative as well.
He essentially does a.
Where are the firefighters and the people?
They go last.
Okay.
They are world events. They go last.
Yeah, so we'll have Sarah go down and organize them to fucking help us better, while we move in to go help now.
Okay. Kiro.
Right.
Good, pretty good.
That is.
And then I'm guessing he probably goes in between either Sarah or Adam.
It goes right before, right after Sarah. Right after Sarah.
Alright. Current initiative that we know of.
Alright, inevitable. And then there we go. Alright.
And if Ghost is somewhere here, he can do whatever he wants. I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do in this situation.
Ghost does what Ghost does and looks at things really intensely. He is in the initiative, I will say that much.
Okay.
When it gets to his turn, he will try and do something because he can touch things. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. Ghost needs a quirk where he can activate it when someone's looking, when like he looks at someone. That would be so good for him. Holy shit. I'm looking at you, and you cannot stop me. Alright, Adam? What are you doing?
So I started here.
Oh.
Behind. The creature character. Switching on her name.
The thing is actually very fast, you guys discover.
Yeah, no. Because my movement speed's only fucking 30, so we go like fucking from here up to here. My movement speed.
There is approaching them. Sarah tells them what they know. He quickly shows them like his phone and everything, and they kind of like they're like surprised that heroes are actually here for something like this. because it's just a single burning building with like barely anyone inside, as far as they knew up until now.
Yeah, no, it's a villain event, so.
And he is doing that. And then, okay. Realizing that he is somewhat useless in this scenario, he thinks for a second. Realizing that he can become incredibly small. 1, 2, 3. He's going to start running down towards these guys because he can get into the main building if they just pry it open a little bit. So if he's there, I'll reduce the DC for them. If they roll instead, their DC right now is 15. If they roll a 10 to 14, I'll allow him to get in. And then, all right. Adam, you get a text message.
Alright.
He's complaining about marbles. No.
Swear to God.
Now's not the time to be flirting with your girlfriend.
If I genuinely got that text, I would just send her back a picture of this burning building and be like, a little busy.
little busy. It's just Eve looking at a cave filled with fucking marbles.
Like, damn it, woman, give me a minute.
Ah, man. Eve's sitting in a car right now. I bet 1A's got it easy. I bet they're just
the marble pool. It's the forbidden Scrooge McDuck moment for Eve.
I bet 1A's got it so easy right now. They're probably off just investigating some fucking murder case. Meanwhile, there's fucking people
coming down! Get the civilians!
Get the
Where the fuck are the trucks?
Meanwhile, Eve's fighting fucking Compression Man too. Okay. Here we go.
Meanwhile, Cole's over here figuring out that heroes might not be heroic.
All right, Cole. So like, Cole.
Yes.
Here's what's up. Thanks to your barrier, you are almost entirely immune to the effects in here. You will still need to make a Constitution saving throw to not be blinded.
Yep.
But you can auto pass the damaging section.
Okay. Well, I don't want to waste a bunch of fucking points. So we'll see what happens when we get there.
Are you sure you don't want to be murdered by a black space box?
I do not want to. So, I'm assuming the reason why these guys are struggling is because the door swings inwards. Yes.
Indeed.
Okay. Cole. Oh well, actually, he's actually thinking about doing something. He'll move 25 feet over here.
I'm making the text message for you. I don't know where.
Okay. I'll look towards this group of firefighters. What equipment do they have on them? Do they have like crowbars?
So they're dressed in their full thing. They're dressed in like their full outfit and everything, rebreathers on and everything. And the one directly in front, so this one to the side right here has a crowbar, and he has jammed it into the side of the door and is trying to they've realized it's a push door, right? But they don't know what's behind it until now. He's jammed it into the side of the door, and he's trying to pull the door off its hinges while another guy takes a large battering ram and smashes the ram into the back of the crowbar, trying to pop the hinges out.
Okay. Oh, actually, I can help with that. I'll look towards the two doing that. Here. Stand to the side a sec. I'll help with this. And I'm going to shoot a bolt at the hinge. This way, they cannot fail to open the door.
Well, hold on a minute. You never know.
Even if they roll a 1, they still auto hits.
All right, and then as far as Okay, here's what you see. So you get a message from... Let me add that to the thing. You know, I'll just roll it right now.
What?
They're fucking rolling the door.
Here, let me well, let me do my damage to the door so they can like pry it down this here, because I can do a little bit of damage here.
All right.
Let me just make sure I don't fucking.
What if I said you had advantage?
Huh?
No.
I don't know why.
I'm joking.
Okay, no, I don't do either. I do just hit those. So. Alright, bolt damage. Since I actually I'm in my hero costume.
Whoa.
I get my cool benefits.
So, while he's doing this, Adam, you get a text message from Ghost, which is actually just a picture.
Okay.
You get a picture from Ghost, which is...
Okay. 18 damage.
18. Very nice. It does not break the door, but it significantly damages it. A large piece of it kind of is blasted off. It is just sheared to the side. As they look back at the door, and they're just going to continue to do it. They rolled a 17, which does it. The door is completely thrown off its hinges, and they're able to kind of see that there's a large enough crack for one of them to kind of shuffle in and get into this room.
Okay.
All right, so Adam, you get a picture of a room. Specifically, this one. Oops.
How the hell did he get a photo from in there?
Because he's in there.
Oh, is his actual body in there as well?
No, but it was only...
No, remember he has the gloves now.
Oh, so he carried his phone in while being in tangent. Wait. Okay.
Yeah, so he because he only his hands and his phone can touch things. The rest of him can't. He found his phone-sized hole in the building and just slipped through it.
Okay.
Which, I mean, there's certainly plenty of those.
Also, by the way, if you were wondering, no, he does not take fall damage.
I mean, yeah.
So you see this right here. This room is a fucking nightmare. This is clearly where the fire started.
Oh, god damn it.
So, let's start with the precariously dangerous thing here. You ready for some good old-fashioned Russian engineering?
This is gonna be so bad.
Russian engineering is not the words I would expect to hear in a California chop shop.
Yeah.
What do you know? You don't know. This place could be Russian. What's the total Russian population of California? You know what they say? Greatest piece of Russian engineering is a road that goes 4 miles and then drops into a river. Alright. You see, first of all, I'll go over the support pillars in the room. There are 2 of them. They're here and here. By the way, I want to say this ahead of time. Now that we're getting to the end of the initiative. At the end of initiative, I will do world events, and new rubble will appear on randomly on 25 squares within the building.
Okay.
Technically, the building does get a saving throw, so it might not happen, but I'm just telling you, if you're in there, you might just be fucking crushed. And as far as the fire itself...
This is so hilarious that you mentioned this, because I have part of something I am working on, as you know, actually does account for that scenario.
It does, yes.
It's actually hilarious. But we'll get to that later. We're not quite there yet.
Oh, we won't be there because the space alien box will murder you by that time.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally, I'll spend 580 points in this initiative.
You never fucking know.
Hey,
Space alien murder box.
Over 100, you're like, what the fuck?
How the hell?
Oh, speaking of, it has been 10 hours. Let me check the fucking cross-Pacific roadmap for planes and see if anyone's landed at that airstrip in that fucking airport. Let me check.
How have they not closed that runway?
Because it's almost imperceivable. Because keep in mind, it's not the plane hitting it. I'll say that. Keep in mind, it's off to the side. It's not the plane hitting your fucking thing.
Yeah, I'd probably be taking a lot more bludgeoning damage.
It's the luggage vehicle.
Oh, luggage vehicle.
So you're getting hit by a fucking truck every few hours. I'm gonna so enjoy when you fucking explode.
And then we repeat it 4 times because I... or I finally get the roll that shunts me actually into the future, and I don't know what happens then.
Oh,
you tell me what happens at that point.
It'll be amazing. Okay, there's a window there you can see, and then the bad stuff. You see the man's himself. Firefighter.
Oh, he's here. Good.
Right.
I didn't. Hopefully, I'm glad he's not dead. But I don't know how he would die in this scenario. It has to walk 5 feet in any direction and regain HP.
Yep.
So.
Unfortunately, the only thing that can really hurt him here is like
Rubble.
rubble.
And I mean, he's kind of a physical build, so he's not gonna die from 1 rubble.
There's a large pit in the ground here where cars used to be hoisted into the ground or like pulled up into the air. And then there is civilians. There are civilians. But he's standing right there.
This is from the picture, right?
Yes, you can see this from the picture. He's standing right there. There are groups of civilians banging on the shutters, trying to get them open. And you see that firefighter here is killing one of them with his hands. He's like burning them to death.
What the hell?
What?
Jason! Uh-oh.
So he is like burning one of them to death with his hands. You see he's like physically touching them and scorching them. And
Why?
did you say I hate poor people?
What? No, I said why?
Oh, I just kind of thought.
Jason! No!
So that happens. You're seeing that he's about to become fucking lumberjack here in a couple seconds. And you see a couple
Definitely
corpses
being mind controlled.
being mind controlled.
Yeah, definitely being mind controlled.
What if he just snapped? What if he just...
Bro, I'd be so done.
I'm fucking done with Shin campaigns.
Why fire people? Why does every fire user have to be either a disappointment or horribly evil?
Because it's like fire, bro. It's either fucking deadly as hell and horrible, or not very good. You see a couple corpses lined up through here. Most of them completely burnt to death.
Ghost, please talk some sense into Jason. He can speak, can't he? Can produce sound, can't he? In that form?
Nope. In this, no, he can't. He
No?
can't like talk.
Okay.
In his ghost form, he can't talk.
Ah, damn.
That's why the gloves were really fucking good for him to find.
So, alrighty then. That's what you see. You see where the fire started. The fire started. I'm going to mark it in a orangish outline area.
Okay, Adam, what do you do in this situation when you see Jason just killing people?
I'm going to message Ghost and say, is there anybody else in that fucking room? And please, for the love of God, try to find a way to stop him from doing this.
There's no one else in the room. I'm gonna try. I think he's had a quirk awakening.
Me?
What?
What?
I never knew he could float.
Oh, he's flying. Wait, is he flying in the image?
And not in the image, no, but apparently Ghost is saying that he did float.
What the hell?
What the fuck?
So, with that, this massive fucking, like, just thing is going on here. Fire everywhere. You can see the area I outlined is where the fire clearly started, is that it's kind of like where the hole is as well. It's like a bomb went off here. These people are terrified over here. As you see, you see them like in the image, like actually trying to pry open this door. As David's turn. David. Humpty, Humpty, Humpty. He will give himself a level 3 exhaustion.
Uh-oh. Already?
He can't.
Dude!
He can't take level 3 exhaustion.
Yeah, but he's gonna take the HP damage.
It doesn't do. This one doesn't do HP damage to him.
Oh shit. Okay, that's fine then.
Humpty,
Alright.
Humpty, Humpty. And then as a bonus action,
Is he gonna pull this bubble?
no. Humpty,
Okay.
Humpty,
Oh, he's running.
Humpty. And then take the dash action. Humpty. Humpty, jump to the window. Alright. He has one more space. Humpty. That's all he does. Alright, so David, using his limitless energy inside of his body, so long as the sun is out,
So where's the sun is out?
he's like Superman, except
Is it any source of light, or just has to be the sun?
it has to be also ionizing, but David can't get cancer, but he can die of radiation poisoning, I'll say that much. But so long as it is an ionizing or non-ionizing radiation,
Okay.
he
So
can
as long as it's radiation, then.
Yeah, he's kind of
'Cause
radiation.
You just there's two types of radiation: ionizing and non-ionizing. So it's just radiation.
Well, like cosmic radiation. Like that would hurt. He's not the Hulk, so
You mean that's gamma?
yeah, whatever.
Gamma rays!
But you know what I mean. He can't absorb gamma radiation as long as it's like
Right.
just he's not Chernobyl incarnate. It's like you know how it works. So
Right, don't throw blood waves at this guy.
yeah, don't listen. Your principal can't supercharge him. So using his limitless energy inside of his body, he actually runs incredibly fast. Not like Usain Bolt level, but he's able to push his body far beyond its normal limits with his style and run incredibly fast, jumping through one of the windows. And that is his turn, firefighters. All right. These guys are going to do their job. 1, 2,
About time.
3, and they've got another door to pry open. And this one is going to stay in the doorway. Well, civilians' time. These guys are going to make me a very desperate roll that they will probably not pass to try and open the shutter door. No. You hear banging on the shutter door, but nothing. This one dies. David murders a man. Another few people,
I mean, Jason.
Yeah, Jason. David will murder people later. Don't worry. We're getting to that story arc. And then the rolls. So the building. So 1, 2. Okay. The building is structurally sound, but the fire spreads quickly. So the fire will now grow 2 spaces. If the fire gets off the map, California. I don't need to say anything else. This place is incredibly flammable. You hear screams of an on-fire civilian inside. It must make me a Constitution saving throw. That is actually a pass. You hear more screams inside as the fire quickly escapes the building. That's 2 failures. You're taking standard fire damage, which is 2d4. Ah, okay. They are on fire, however, they are not dying. You hear screams from the inside as the fire actually, with a natural 1, grows pretty quickly out of control pretty fast. If this gets any worse, there could be some really bad consequences. Now then, I'm now going to do the firefighters, like, truck and how they're doing. Okay, it's not going good.
God damn it.
You guys ready for a jack fight all over again?
You fucking losers, do something!
Alrighty then. Back up to the top of the initiative thing here. Ugh. 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 One more. Ugh. There we go. Sprinting for the location. She's gonna try and like break down this rubble here and try and get into this room if there is a way in.
Good dash, guy.
You can just about get there. This thing didn't use her action to dash, so you can like slightly get ahead of her.
Yeah. Guess I'll dash. Fucking get there.
Alrighty then. Alrighty then, Sarah. Sarah. It's gonna do a Sarah. He spits on his hands. Grabs the shutter. Despite not really having a chance, he's gonna give himself advantage now. No. Nothing. He sucks. He tries to pry it open, but he's horrible, and it doesn't work.
Kill yourself.
Don't worry, he'll roll a natural 20 here in 1 seconds.
Better.
Right there. And then Kuro is going to just wait until he can fit under there, because he doesn't know that Jason's on the other side going on a bit of a kill spree. Listen, every hero needs to have their controversies, right? Cole? Good luck, bitch. What do you do?
Call.
Cole?
Call.
No.
Here, kitty.
Anything but. Cole!
Okay.
Cole! Cole!
No.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Man, what a bitch.
What up? I bet he's taking care of the dog right. Oh, I'll have to cut recording here.